I'm Howard Seibert. I've been an instructor and training developer for over a decade. I've also been involved in communication design and multimedia development for about twice that. I'm also a small business owner myself, so I understand the importance of efficiency and productivity. So recently, Tellotech has discovered that although the number of calls received and routed has stayed the same for over 2 years, there has been a steady increase in the number of operators needed to field those calls. Now, Tellotech's operators need to be trained to become more efficient with handling calls quickly and effectively in order to increase customer satisfaction. Right now, Tellotech has no formal training program, so your new as well as your existing operators need to be trained in proficiency of call handling. Additionally, Tellotech cannot afford to have operators away from the phones for too long a period of time. Now, unless formal training can be developed that can be implemented in small sections, allowing for minimal downtime, the cycle will continue and become exponentially worse. This will also lead to newer, less trained personnel fielding calls. As call centers grow, they develop larger turnover rates. Now, we've done a statistical study on average call times and assessed where we should focus on improvement with operators at Tellotech. We've researched current trends on call centers and productivity improvement. We've developed some key performance indicators, or KPIs, and we would like to communicate the value of these KPIs to the Tellotech operators. Now, this would be the foundation of the courseware that we're offering. So the training we are offering should yield the following results. Operators will be able to identify proper scripts. Hold times will decrease due to the efficiency of script identification and call direction. Operators will resolve 80% of the phone calls the first time they come in. And operators will correctly identify and direct phone calls within 3 minutes, improving average handle time. Once these objectives are met, call times, hold times, and abandonment rates will decrease, while first-time resolutions, speed of answering, average handle time, and customer satisfaction will increase. And when training begins, there will be a short instructor-led train-the-trainer type training. This will be given to the supervisory staff at Tellotech. And once the supervisory staff has been trained in the e-learning tool, they will be able to then train their operators. The first media asset, which has already been created in draft form, is an infographic poster that can be placed in break areas, work centers, and or any location where operators have downtime and will be in sight of the infographic. Now, the other media asset is an e-learning training module that can be interacted with by operators either on the available iPads or on their PC workstations during downtime or during scheduled small blocks of training instruction. Now, we've specially designed this training tool to account for Tellotech's need of quick and efficient training. From the home page, your operators will be able to navigate to 4 main locations. The first button navigates to the instruction page, which gives a brief tutorial of how to use this e-learning tool. Operators can then navigate to the background page, which gives them an overview for the need for training and a quick motivation to improve their work environment. Operators can then begin training by simply clicking on the Take Training button, which takes them to the 3 learning modules we have designed for Tellotech productivity improvement. Module 1 begins with an overview of KPIs and then moves right into KPI training. Each module will have a check on learning before they can proceed to the next. Once completed, operators can move on to Module 2, which will train them in call handling and script identification. Module 3 will cover in-between call work and will train them on what to do during downtime and how to handle and track call logs. Once operators have completed all 3 modules, they're ready for a final test. Now, after the initial training, we will be conducting a thorough evaluation of the product and its effectiveness. Your return on investment will be measured by the turnover rate of phone calls and first-time call resolution. Your ROI will be evident if the number of received and routed calls show a significant increase. Adjustments could then be made to freeze hiring or minimize staff to handle the same number of phone calls, ultimately saving Tellotech money.